Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel, and today we're talking about Kyle. Because after Annie caught Kyle lying about being with other women,
did you had sex with another woman?
I don't know what I remember.
This episode, Annie's finally had enough and calls Kyle out for his creepy god complex behavior.
Who are you? Like, you're the savior of the world and you have to give all women babies? I mean, he's just so messed up.
So let's talk about it. We meet up with Kyle and Annie after Annie realized that Kyle is still donating to other women the old natural way, which she feels is kinda not cool in their monogamous relationship. But despite her disappointments, Annie's willing to give Kyle another shot.
I'm willing to give him another chance, and hopefully with some time together, he's going to sacrifice it and choose our relationship.
Yeah, wouldn't hold my breath on that one. Annie meets up with Kyle for their date night on the ocean when Kyle arrives and is actually wearing pants.
I got my jeans.
How are you?
You're good. Better than with you.
Good for him, I guess, for actually putting in some effort in his appearance. But it is kind of funny to me that he waited until the boat date when they're out on the water to finally bust out the jeans. He wore basketball shorts to the fancy dinner, but jeans to the boat ride. Annie sees Kyle in his fancy new date outfits, and she thinks that Kyle is really hot.
Yes, he actually looks really hot in the new trousers.
First, gross. Second, those jeans kind of fit like ass on him. Way too big, kind of dumpy looking. And I don't say that just to be a hater. I mean, I am a Kyle hater, but I point that out to show that the bar for Kyle putting in any effort into his appearance is so low that even these dumpy jeans is enough to make Annie think he's hot in comparison. So they go on their date, they look at the marina, and man, Malta really is beautiful. And after their sightseeing, they head inside to talk. Annie, still trying to figure out if Kyle is actual relationship material, spoiler alert, he's not, asks Kyle about his future plans and how he expects to take care of kids while traveling around the world.
When you work during the day, who's going to take care of the baby? It's not like you put it in the corner in the place all 8 hours alone.
And Kyle says, nah, it'll be fine. You just throw them in a crib for like 15 hours a day, don't you?
Well, you put him in the crib.
And Annie hears that and is like, are you dumb?
When you have over 70 children, you should know that kids are hard work. But he doesn't get it, I think.
Annie confronts Kyle about how much work a kid requires, and Kyle's excuse for negligent parenting is, well, they don't remember.
But you know, the kid's like one, the kid doesn't remember.
Yeah, let's just abandon and neglect our children. I mean, they won't remember anyway, so who cares? Does make you wonder though, if Kyle actually thinks that childhood neglect is just the norm, then it might explain a few things, which Annie actually jokes about.
Did your mom work 8 hours and put you on the side?
I don't remember what we did.
Maybe that's the reason why you are like you are.
I know it's kind of a joke, but she kind of makes it seem like this potential childhood neglect might be the thing that makes him so weird and socially inept. And while studies show that parenting doesn't seem to have any correlation to a child developing autism spectrum disorder, not saying he's on the spectrum, by the way, just throwing that out there, childhood neglect certainly can and does cause a lot of psychopathy and narcissism. Again, not diagnosing him, just thought it was interesting to mention. Anyway, they talk some more after dinner, and then we get possibly the worst way of having a first kiss ever. First, Kyle announces that he was planning a surprise for Annie tonight.
There was a surprise tonight.
Ooh, a surprise? What nice, pleasant, and/or thoughtful idea did you have in store, Kyle?
Yeah, what is it?
So you know how there's like points, right?
He brings up the point system, you know, that stupid system he has for judging Annie's behavior that Annie herself has repeatedly told Kyle that she can't stand. He brings that up, and then...
You did good on the points. I was doing the math. You did good. You ate healthy tonight. You look sexy tonight. You get some points for that. You have 3 points. That is 1 kiss.
He's done the math and concluded that because she ate dinner and looked sexy, that she's earned a kiss. So many things wrong with this. Obviously, this point system in general is just stupid and full of self-serving crap. But also, imagine giving your partner points for being sufficiently attractive to you. So is she sometimes not sexy enough for a point? What if she's not wearing makeup or not wearing a ponytail or not dressing in a way that he's told her to dress? Does she still get a point? Imagine she's like, hey, I've been pretty good today. You know, I got 3 points. I think I've earned a kiss. And he interrupts her and is like, yeah, you're not attractive enough today to get a point. You see why this point system is stupid, Kyle? It's just so subservient. So I'm in charge. I have the power. Gross. Also, this is hater James talking now. Can you imagine being told by this guy that you've earned a kiss with him? Like, just kill me now. Annie accepts the kiss offer for some reason, and she scooches up to him and they get close and, well, put the forks down again, everyone, because this happens.
I'm going to, how do I do it? We gotta get closer. Okay, wait, hold up. Okay, I can't see you.
What you doing?
I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Is this real? Like, I knew he was weird, but this? Part of me thinks that this must be exaggerated and there's no way that he's actually this weird and awkward, but I guess he is having a first kiss on camera, you know, which would be pretty weird. So maybe he really is just this awkward. Annie thought this whole thing was hilarious and says that between the awkwardness, she can actually see Kyle's good side.
Between all these awkward moments, I can see his cute personality shining through.
His good side. What good side? Even if we ignore all the slobby, disgusting, awkward stuff, I feel like what's left is just a really immature and creepy dude with a very backwards way of seeing women and relationships. The next time we see them is the next day, where the two of them meet up to go clothing shopping so Kyle can get some clothes that actually fit him.
I really can't stand the idea of seeing him in these jogging shorts anymore. So I'm taking Kai shopping.
Annie's picking some stuff out for him, trying to get his size, when Kyle insists on wearing extra small everything so he can show off his ultra masculine muscles.
I wear extra small because they show off your curves, your muscles and everything, so I think it looks better. It has to be extra small.
Yes, show us your curves, Kyle. Impress us with your ultra athletic physique. I don't know. I feel kind of bad picking on his appearance too much. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a bit of a belly or just being naturally not very fashionable or anything like that. It's just that when he talks down to Annie, like with his stupid point system, and carries himself like he's this amazing gift of a guy, he doesn't have to dress up for dinner or have basic etiquettes. He keeps rewarding Annie for being sexy, and he delusionally thinks he has these amazing genes that any woman would want with this amazing athletic body. I'm gonna make fun of you. Simple as that. So he keeps saying how he needs extra small to look good. This lady is getting annoyed.
Be extra small. So extra small. Extra small.
And then Kyle feels the need to tell us that while everything about him is extra small, there is one exception.
Everything about me is extra small except my penis.
I don't know about that last part, but give the man some credit. Small muscles, receding hairline, tiny brain. He may be onto something. Kyle comes out rocking the new outfits and, well, it is definitely an improvement on the skin-colored, raggedy t-shirt and basketball shorts combo that we saw in previous episodes. It looks way too tight. He definitely can't constantly adjust his junk in that anymore, but baby steps, I guess. But regardless of my opinion, Annie's happy with the outfits, tells him he looks good. And now, with a completely inflated ego, Kyle says this.
So,
Showing your true colors now.
you're probably thinking like, oh, I wish you would have jumped on me just the first day, started kissing me.
So he's back to sexualizing everything again. But that sparks a conversation between the two of them about their physical life together, and Annie says this.
I think the physical part of a relationship is really important because that's where most women fall in love with when they have great sex with a man.
And that honestly requires its whole own separate video, in my opinion, because there's a lot to say about that. But before we get to the fights, let me just say, no. Sex can be very bonding and generates a lot of emotion and feelings of connection, but that's not the same thing as suddenly falling in love. In fact, I think that's kind of a lesson that a lot of people learn in their 20s. You sleep with someone, maybe you thought it was just casual and there were no feelings attached, but then you kind of start developing feelings, you kind of fall for them, you feel like you're in love and that the two of you will be together forever. But you should eventually realize that, no, that's not the same as real love. Real love takes time and is earned and built on a foundation of commitment, admiration, and emotional intimacy. Not, oh, we have good sex and now I'm in love. If the only thing that matters for love is the rush of emotion and the adrenaline and peak experience of it all, then go do drugs. Go take some ecstasy with someone on a first date. You'll definitely feel like you're in love, but that doesn't make it real. Waiting for sex to fall in love is a mentality that has and continues to cause a lot of people a lot of emotional problems in their life. And seeing Annie still believe that and have that kind of mentality at her age, it's concerning. And I worry that it's going to cause a lot of emotional problems for her too. But back to the show, after making that point to Kyle about wanting to get to the physical stuff soon, Annie pulls a 180 and immediately starts calling Kyle out for having an addiction to donating sperm.
We have a conversation about the whole donation thing later because it's like a drug addiction, like donating to a woman and not stopping is like you're almost addicted to it.
And she definitely has a point. Dude's never had a romantic relationship, presumably not a lot of friends, and his entire life is dedicated to raising his incel army. Sounds like an addiction to me. Kyle denies having an addiction. He can stop anytime he wants to.
I'm not addicted. No.
He tries defending himself, saying he's just being such a nice guy to all these desperate women.
She's running out of time.
I don't care about this.
I'm so nice to her.
And at this point, Annie's had enough.
Yeah, but I don't
And
care
she
about
really-
these things anymore. Who are you? Like, you're the savior of the world and you have to give all women babies? I mean,
Yeah, girl, preach. Let him have it. The world does not need him doing this stuff. And judging by the comments on my videos on him, we'd actually greatly prefer if he stopped. And Annie just wants her boyfriend to, prioritize their relationship and maybe not impregnate all the women in the meantime. And Kyle's response to all this is, well, he doesn't have one.
I don't know how to respond. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say right now. I don't know how to respond to this. I don't know the answer right now.
I'd like to assume Kyle has this stupid smirk on his face because he's just awkward and doesn't know what else to do. And not that he's actually getting some kind of kick out of Annie being upset with him. He's probably just nervous, but I feel like with Kyle, you never know. Regardless, Annie's sick of his shit, storms off, and says again,
he's just so messed up.
where the episode ends.
Still to come on Love in Paradise.
That's all I got for today's video. Let me know what you thought about Kyle and Annie in the comments down below. A big thank you to all of you channel members for helping support this channel and helping this channel grow, with an extra special thank you to Nancy Jones for being a producer of this channel. I'm actually out of town a bit this week. I'm gone for like 5 days, and it's a little bit of last week and a little bit of this week, so that's why you may have noticed that there was no Thursday video this week. And for similar reasons, there will also not be a Thursday video this next week. And until next time, I'll see you later.